So next one, I think, let me point this to you, Meera. This is about, in general, about taxation. What are the general guidelines or views that Aam Aadmi Party has on the topic of taxation in general, estate tax, the whole issue of black money control, tax issues in general. So a lot of questions have come in about that. So it would be great if you could respond to that.
So I'll give you the short answer. I think we are unique amongst parties in having our leader as being an expert on taxation matters. So you get a better person to resolve the complexities of the tax system. But I can certainly share with you, an incident which we were on the campaign today, and we went for breakfast to one of the only remaining five Irani restaurants in Bombay. This was in Baikala. There's a lovely gentleman who owns it, Mr. Fazandi. He's now well in his 80s. And I was asking him, I said, sir, tell me, how is business? And, why are so many Irani restaurants going out of business? And he said, well, I don't know when the next time if you come here, I will be here because I'm looking to give this out to a McDonald's franchise, which I think is a great tragedy. I mean, these are great institutions of India which we are losing. And he said, it's just simply impossible to do business. He says, I pay VAT because that's the new system. But I don't claim VAT because every time you claim VAT, you get raided by a sales tax officer. So, he says the system is such that you are completely oppressed by the harassment. And he's a very upright Irani gentleman. He says, I just don't know what to do. His children have settled abroad. And he says, I love my country. I want to live here. But I can't run this anymore. And this is happening across the board, Pran. I mean, it's not as if people don't want to honestly pay taxes in India. They do. What they just can't deal with is the constant harassment on taxes, whether it's sales tax, service tax, VAT. Of course, in Bombay, we've got, this LBT. It's just a night, the octroi. I mean, it's just crazy. So what Arvind has been talking about, and I think what every sensible person in this country says, is simplify the tax regime. The government itself, the UPA government, had put up the DTC and the GST proposals. Yashwant Sinha, who was from the opposition, was the chairman of the standing committee of finance. The BJP had agreed to these proposals, and yet in 5 years, in a parliament term of 5 years, they couldn't pass these bills. And the whole thing is just simply extraordinary. So the only conclusion one can draw from this is that there is a vested interest that the political establishment has in keeping the system so complex because there is opportunity for rent seeking. Otherwise, it just simply makes no sense. This is a stranglehold on the Indian economy, and it has to be released.
Thank you so much, Meera.